Assalamu alaikum and welcome to day 18 of our How to Read Quran series, a program on the Quranology Institute's YouTube channel. Today I will be speaking about the facticity of the reader, and I apologize in advance for using this rather unusual word, facticity. Facticity, I'm not deliberately trying to be pretentious. I'm using the word because that's what the concept requires at this point. The word facticity means the heaviness of a fact. I will give you an example. Let's say you're walking in the park. Everything is quiet, and you're just enjoying the chirping of the birds, the rustling of the trees, the feel of the wind, the gentle breeze on your face, etc., etc. And you realize at that moment that you exist. You are existing in the world, and you find the heaviness of your existence. It becomes a strong fact to you. Now, this is something which we lose in our daily life because we're busy thinking about work and family and etc., etc. But when we are in that quiet mode, the facticity of that comes to us. It is the same with Quran. I am trying to convey to you the facticity of the reader. And by that I mean the heaviness of the reader's fact. Now, Quran says in chapter 73, verse 5, Inna sanulki alayka qawlan thaqila. Verily, we will throw on you, the reader, you, me, anyone who reads Quran and fulfills the process, God will throw on him qawlan thaqila, or the weighty saying. So that is what the reader is meant to experience. Who is the reader? And as I said, the reader is anyone who reads the text. And when you read the text and you realize that actually it is being addressed to you, then you will form a relationship with the reading. So it's different from when, let's say, you read it and you see, oh, okay, you know what, this is because Abu Hurairah said this, or this is because another Sahaba said that, or this is because the Prophet went there and somebody said that to him and he did that and the verse came down. That is a diluted version of Quran. What you want is the pure experience of the text. And when you get the pure experience of the text, what happens is you will have that connection and you will come to the Quranic existence a little bit more easily. I'm not saying that's the final answer. Obviously, you have to apply and go through the process, but that is a very healthy first step. So, how do you find this reader in Quran? Well, if you have a traditional translation, every time you see the brackets, O Muhammad, then you're likely to find the reader. Because actually it says you, and then it puts a bracket there, O Muhammad. There's no O Muhammad in the actual text. O Muhammad is a supposition by traditional exegetes. Here's the question though. If God wanted to address it to Muhammad, why did he not just say, O Muhammad? The word Muhammad appears 4 times in Quran. And it's not related to that you. It's just Muhammad. The you appears hundreds of times. And I actually did make a list maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, but I could not find the list. I tried to find the list for today's episode. I could not find the list. So I will need to reconstruct that list at some point. So where does this reader first appear? He first appears very early in the text, chapter 2, Al-Baqarah, verse 4. Yeah, verse 4. So it says, وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ to you. وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ those who believe بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ in what has been descended to you. It's not descended on you, it's descended to you. So you have almost a mediated relationship with revelation here. And here it's not talking about the Quran, it's talking about Alif Lam Mim. Alif Lam Mim is the beginning of the reader's experience. And it's true for all of us. All of us begin to Alif, question. And by that we focus on certain things, Lam. And we have to enact whatever it is we discover, Mim. So, with the process of Alif Lam Mim, you will discover what Allah says in verse 3, the previous verse. Allah says, الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. So this is ghaib in the sense that you don't know. Ghaib, is unseen in the sense that you don't know the results. So you will have to keep trying, keep questioning, keep focusing, keep enacting. But it is speaking to you. And you being the reader, God is addressing you for the first time and telling you about this process. So if you go through this process, you believe in Al-Ghaib, the unseen of Alif Lam Mim, according to the context, and you establish Salat, وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةِ, meaning you establish relations with God, with revelation, with Alif Lam Mim, with your fellow beings, and you spend out of what God has bountified for you. This is in verse 3. Then you will achieve that result. You will be given tanzil to you, not tanzil on you. There will be a time when tanzil comes on you. We will see as we go along in the text. So that's the first you. Where is the last you? The last you is in chapter 110, verse 2. And it says, وَرَأَيْتَ, and you see, النَّاسِ, humankind, يَدْخُلُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ أَفْوَاجًا, entering into your system in droves. So what's this referring to? This is referring to a time when your system is in full maturity and humankind is entering into the system because it brings them benefit. And for that to happen, the reader has reached his peak. So can you see, in the beginning, the reader is beginning his questions, and at the end, the reader has experienced the victory. So in between this process, you will find that the reader goes through various ups and downs. And that's not something I can talk about now, simply because I don't know all the verses. But I have seen these verses, a part of them anyway. So there you go. That is the facticity of the reader. The point is to realize that you are the reader. And in doing so, in realizing this, you will find that the text speaks directly to you. That will make it a lot more relevant than if it is Ya Muhammad, O Muhammad, which is not even in the text. So that is the linchpin of the existential reading, to read according to your existence and the text's existence and God's existence. So many thanks for viewing this episode. I apologize once again to have to overload you with terminology. I'd rather not do that, but sometimes the concept requires it. And inshallah, tomorrow we will come to day 19 of our How to Read Quran series. Have a great Ramadan.